Train to play the game of life here on earth and train to fight 30,000 demons after. What do I mean by that? Let's go. Look, life is hard. Life is not really meant for us to succeed. It's meant for us to pay bills, scrape by, have our children, save up just enough money to be comfortable, to then be spending that money on our children, right? It's hard to climb up the ladder, in the United States at least. It seems like the system is designed to keep us trapped, to keep us enslaved. So that's the game. That's the game. If you try to change the game, I think you all know what happens, right? But if you try to play the game, play by the rules set already, it's a lot easier to climb up. An example, me starting this YouTube channel, right? Me continuing with this YouTube channel. That's my method of climbing up this ladder. Even if it feels delusional sometimes and I feel alone and people don't support me or I'm not seeing much success, I don't care. There's no other option. The other option is just to be watching TV, sitting comfortable in the living room, hanging out with the family, sure, yes, but just always wanting more and knowing that I'm going to need it at some point, right? A lot of you love your parents. What happens when your parents get old? All right, they get all these kind of conditions, all these things that you have to worry about. They go to the hospital more often. All these bills start piling up as they get older. And maybe they're not in the best financial situation. All right, and you're barely scraping by and you have your kids. So it's just a constant oh, you get to save up money, but guess what? In a little bit in the future, you're going to have to dump that money somewhere else. That's the game. Play the game. There's options out there. Know your passions, all right? That's the biggest thing, knowing your passion and what you want to do in life. All right, with family, without family, if everyone abandons you, all right, everyone around you dies, what are you going to do then? What's the purpose to your life? All right, you have to find some kind of purpose, and you have to play the game. Play the game well, and then you can relax a little bit more later in life, or you can enjoy other things in life. And yes, it is stressful, feeling alone and feeling a little bit delusional, but that's part of the game. You don't climb to the top with an army of people. You climb to the top mainly by yourself or with one other person or two other people, but mainly by yourself. That's the game. So now let's talk about the 30,000 demons you're going to have to fight after. That applies to your current present life. What does that mean? If you believe in demons, you believe in some kind of high power, right? And if you don't, then you're not prepared for it. You're not training for it. And if you go through life without having faith, things are going to be much more difficult for you. All right? If something bad happens to you and you're, sent out the country because you did something in a different country, or you lose your family member and to a tragic event, you might say, why did this happen? Why did this happen? And why am I separated from my family? Why did my wife leave me? Why do my kids hate me? All right, it's been 3 years, it's been 5 years, and nothing's changing. Why? What's going on? It's just the world against me, and I just can't handle it anymore. There's so much stress. There's so much stress to deal with, and all this is just eating me alive, and I just hate everyone, and I just hate myself, and I hate my life. All right, that's going to be someone without any faith. You have the person with faith, and they're like, okay, I'm suffering for 3-5 years. It must be for something. Even if I can't understand right now, I'll understand later in life. Or you know what? I'm suffering now, and I've learned this lesson, and now I can treat people better. Or I have more love for myself, and I understand that I need to take care of myself more. And that was the message. That was the plan of me suffering. All right? We all suffer, and we're all playing the game, right? So it depends how much you want to suffer to climb on top and how you handle just that torture, that pain. That's everything. That's faith. All right? Being ready to fight those 30,000 demons after life. All right? You're going to be strong mentally if you train that way in life. If you're just ready for anything, right? You're going to be strong as you walk into work, as you walk into your problems, as you get older, as your parents get older, as your family leaves you, as your wife leaves you, you'll be stronger, you'll be marching forward, you'll have a plan, you'll have a purpose. That's the whole point of this. So just remember, just a quick recap, if you're combining faith with hard work and dedication and you're playing the game, it will be a lot easier for you to climb up without having to deal with that stress, without having to deal with all that burden that you put on yourself, because life is all against you, right? It's all against you and you just don't know what to do, and you're just going to be a failure and you have to accept it. You have to accept it. All right? No. That's not the point. All right? You march through life with faith. You march through the game, trying different avenues, different options, different everything, all right, until something works. If you keep trying the same thing again and you don't see results, are you insane? Is that the definition, right? What if you believe that there's a possibility of one thing happening every single time somewhere in some universe or dimension? If you keep trying and it's the same thing over and over again, yes, you might feel a little bit delusional, but you might get that one opportunity that helps you move forward, that helps you climb up the ladder. So just remember, have faith in something, in yourself, in something. You need to have faith. Keep marching forward and play the game. The second you decide to quit the game or you try to change the rules of the game, that's when you get sunken down, all right? That's when you get buried down. There is no changing the rules, all right? Great for you if you can change the rules of the system of the world we live in. I applaud you for that. I really do. Hats off. But that's one tough thing to do. So you might as well play the game right.